Hey guys, welcome to MarketVerse, where we're simplifying investing with AI agents. Welcome to Monday, August 11th. We all know markets are all-time high. It's just like a glass full of water, If anything goes wrong, it's gonna go wrong unless we think that the glass is gonna evolve or something. But we all know markets are high, but the market mood is around, like 60, which is better than last week. And we saw like on Friday it went back. This page just tells you what the investors are thinking, right? On the geopolitical, I am covering this newsletter. If you're not subscribed to our newsletter, do subscribe, where we give you a quick overview of today and then we cover markets and one stock in detail. So on geopolitical, we all know that there's been a new skirmish that started with US and Russia, and they are open to deal, on trade routes and everything. Trump administration is trying to have deals with every different country, every country and every company as well. And I'll talk about it. The most of the markets are up, but not like too much. What to watch, China's retail data, and then the markets overview is providing you volatility is gone high as well, because we all know. And one other thing that's coming is the inflation data is coming tomorrow. So all eyes on that. And then we have our star performance. Yeah, this is one of the major events that happened last night. And if you follow MarketVerse, you'll be able to see everything at one place, right? NVIDIA and AMD both have to pay, although they're allowed to sell in China, but they have to pay government 15%. It's kind of a tax. And we're going to cover AMD. But before we go to AMD, I want to cover these two reports. With MarketVerse premium customers, you get short-term, long-term, both opportunities. Today's opportunities, you see the top 5 opportunities. We have Amazon, where the target price arbitrage is the highest, which means they're currently at their low. And why this happens sometimes, it's like last to last week were their earnings, right? And everybody's have their eyes on that. It goes up and then investors sell. But we keep an eye where whenever the dip happens, so that you can. So Amazon, AMD, Microsoft, they are at the buy zone. You see, with, let's say, Microsoft, I'm quite bullish in Microsoft. So 575 is the price target. And then analysts are even going higher. We are a little bit somewhat realistic. And then right now it's trading at 522. You have AMD. AMD is the same way. And then you get like everything. But what I'm going to cover here today is AMD, right? What you can ask here is, before I go to AMD, just want to cover, we get everything. Next week is inflation. And let's go and ask today's markets overview to the Iris experience, where it's a one-stop shop where you can get everything at one place, right? This pretty much I've covered. We are 61, which is going higher. You see still we're all-time high. Volatility has increased. So these are the markers that you have to look at. One of the key markers that you have to look at is the inflation. The CPI, and CPI is coming tomorrow. So I can ask let's ask, what are the key economic data coming this week? And I'm gonna ask search web, and it's gonna give me Tuesday. One of the key things is the CPI. CPI report is coming tomorrow. I am pretty sure the inflation is gonna be high. I'm going to grocery stores lately. I can feel it, So, and PPI is coming on August 4th. So this is going to be, and the retail sales report is coming August 15th. So this is going to be an interesting week, guys. Just know this is going to be an interesting week because you have retail sales. It's somewhat good, but you see the inflation data is going berserk. It's crazy. Never seen that much. And we're covering like all the way from 1970. So stay tuned and you'll be able to see what happens. I think the market's going to get more volatile. So if you are thinking to invest, not a professional advice, you can maybe hold off. Get me details on AMD. Let's check AMD. Get me details on AMD. As you know, we cover one stock, AMD. Our price target is 190. Currently, it's around 173. We cover memes, of course. Then we cover strategy, and we see there's potential upside of 10%. Fundamentals neutral, but they're working on one chip that is quite close to NVIDIA. So they are catching up. They're going to catch up, not to the level of NVIDIA, but, NVIDIA holds like 80% of the market right now in AI specifically. And they are coming up with this one chip, which is going to have a huge impact. All right. So we get the details about NVIDIA. Our price target 190, key executive. One of the key features that I want to share, which we are adding in our experience as well, you go to Profit Tracker and you ask about any company here. This portfolio, you'll be able to get Senate, House, institutional investors like BlackRock. You'll be able to get their portfolio. Currently, we're integrating that in the Iris experience. Soon you'll be able to get it. But you see, we cover every company. Let's see NVIDIA. NVIDIA's portfolio. Who are the institutional holders, right? What is NVIDIA? What it does? It talks about all of that, right? The latest updates. And then you'll be able to see, the leadership team. And then you see Vanguard, BlackRock, they own half of the world. And that's why we are building MarketVerse to somewhat provide you the edge, what they are doing. But if you know that these two companies are owning something, it's worth it. You see the institutional ownership, Vanguard, almost 10%, BlackRock, 8%. That is insane, right? And then you get recent transactions as well. Who's buying and who's selling? You'll be able to get that here. Institution and your favorite Congress. A lot of congressmen are May 15th. Recently, they bought. You can search all that. Marjorie Taylor Greene. We all know who she is, and she has been buying like crazy. She's a Republican, very strong advocate of Trump, and she might be. She's buying like crazy, right? So just watch out. You'll be able to get everything through Iris Experience. So it's gonna be a one-stop shop where you're able to get all these transactions. Who's buying? Senator, they're buying. So, and then insiders as well, like the people from the company, you'll be able to get that. So, AMD, in our point of view, is a buy. If you wanna build trading strategy for NVIDIA with, let's say, short-term, sentimental, and you could say with a risk of 8, let's say. So, what you'll be able to get this nice gauge where you can change as well, but it's gonna build you the trading strategy. Okay. Oh, it was happening before. Not Nvidia, it was AMD. So let me do this again. You have this, you say AMD, and I messed it up, which let's see. It takes time to understand and crunch all the data. Let's see if it'd be able to get AMD. I put this. But in any way, I'm gonna stop this today. You can build trading strategy and you can trade right there and then from MarketVerse. I already have bought NVIDIA at the lowest. I think in the short term it's great and for the long term as well. So check out MarketVerse for all the latest details and everything, and let us know what you think. Thank you.